Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited to share my ultimate coconut rice recipe. If you watched my last video, I showed you how to make homemade coconut milk, sweetened and unsweetened, and today I'm sharing what I use the unsweetened milk for, which is this coconut rice. So stay tuned. I'll also be sharing a bonus recipe of peppered chicken. Look at all the veggies in here. So you want to definitely stay for this one and watch it to the end, okay? Let's get started. In a clean bowl, we're going to measure out our spices: 1 tablespoon salt, 1 tablespoon black pepper, 1 tablespoon paprika powder. And this is the chicken we're going to use. I wash it. Always wash your chicken. There's a debate on that, but we wash our chicken over here. And you just pour the spices and you want to rub that into the meat. I usually spice all my meats overnight. At least most of them, I try to spice it overnight. This meal was going to be for dinner the next day, and I spiced it, put it in the fridge, and the next day you bring out your clean pot, just pour your meat in there. Of course, for the stock, this is what we're going to be using. The written recipe link will be down below. You just want to blend all those up. As always, I use the Better Than Bouillon roasted chicken base, and I'm just putting some of it, about a teaspoon. Add your blended mix, pour in some water. Cover your pot and let that get cooking. So you can see how it's looking. Stir it and you let this get super soft. You want it to be very tender, fall off the bones tender. And more veggies, this for the chicken still. Remember, the recipe is going to be down below. I'm just going to show you how I thinly slice these veggies. So this is 1 onion. I prefer the purple onion as always, and just thinly slice that as thin as you can go. I'm just showing you here how I do that. So just go ahead and chop up all the onions and set it aside in a plate. Now onto the bell pepper. Cut off the top and the bottom because you want it to be even. Do not throw out those parts. I never throw them out. I always use them for tomato paste, pepper paste, whatever. You want to thinly slice this as well. You want them to look really nice in the dish. Okay, you want it to look really nice because what? We eat with our eyes first before we eat with our mouth. And this is how all the veggies are looking. You can see we have the orange, red, yellow, the purple, the green. So colorful. We love cooking with colors over here. Check up on the meat again. Check it with a fork to make sure that it is tender and ready to go in the oven. In a clean baking dish, I lay out this parchment paper just to be able to catch all of the drippings from the meat. Place a rack over that, a baking rack, and just rub that all over with oil. I'm using some coconut oil. You can use whatever oil you have. I chose to use coconut oil because yes, it has the coconut flavor, so I think it just enhances the meal, since of course what are we making? Coconut rice. If not, I would have used any neutral oil. Once the rack is well oiled, just place all your chicken onto that rack and try to shake it off because you want to keep as much of the liquid as possible. So this is our meat stock. Look at that. We're going to be using it in our coconut rice as well. The chicken is looking so good. Set that pan on the middle rack of your oven. You can see I'm just flipping the meat over. I have this on broil. You want to keep an eye on it because it gets brown very fast. Using the same pot I used to boil the chicken, I just poured in my rice. This rice was pre-soaked overnight in ice, as you do all grains to draw out the extra starch. And I'm just adding my coconut milk there and my chicken stock. Stir it in. Stir. You just want it to be well mixed. Always do a taste test. Add in extra seasoning if you need it. Just do everything to your taste. Cover that, bring to a boil. Once it's boiling, stir it again. Cover with a lid and cover any holes on the lid as well. Reduce your heat and let it cook. In a clean pan, spray that with some oil. I'm using avocado oil here. You can use any oil, and I just have 3 carrots that I coined, some sweet corn and some green peas, and I'm just adding in some salt and some black pepper. The full written instruction will be in the link down below. We're just doing a mini stir fry kind of veggie mix, so you just want to stir that on low heat, always on low heat. While low heat, you want to preserve as much of the nutrients as possible. Look, our rice is ready. Stir it and then pour in that veggie mix into the rice and just stir. You see, it's very simple. This is the coconut rice. It's ready. How long did it take? Maybe an hour to cook total. The rice itself gets cooked in about 20 minutes. Now, using the same pan we used for the veggie stir fry, I'm just adding in my red pepper sauce. The link will be above to make this red pepper sauce, and I'm just adding in some of the chicken base. Stir that. The sauce is made of roasted peppers. Check the link to just follow the recipe. Add our browned chicken. Mix that in. Then what do? We save some of the chicken stock and we add that into the sauce. You know, make it a little, not too watery, but just more soupy kind of. Remember the thinly sliced colorful plate of vegetables? This is where they're going in. So you want to put your onions and your bell pepper, saving your green onions for last because that gets very wilted quickly. So you just want to cook this, again, low heat guys, low heat. Do not cook your food on high heat. You're not trying to kill all the nutrients in the meal. We want to get those nutrients into our bodies. The green onions go in. Look at these. Look how colorful. Isn't this colorful? It's looking so good. This is our companion pepper chicken going into the rice. Is accompanying our rice on the side, okay? Dish out your rice however you want. It's going to be a party in your house with this meal. This is a delicious recipe made with real coconut milk. Video will be linked above and also will be down below. So don't forget to check that out first if you want to make the coconut milk from scratch. And just dish this. Look at this. This is a flavorful, delicious plate of coconut rice, and it's very aromatic as well. It smells of coconut. It's really delicious, and if you love coconut, you'll love this.